It's like the Harry Potter
It's like the
ones.
Bean Boozled one, right?
Yep.
And it has like the wheel. You should
Yep.
do that. Well, speaking of Bean Boozled, welcome back to another episode of It's Giving Sus, episode 11. Wow. It's weird not editing today. I'm always like editing my little butt off on Mondays, but if this goes well, we might put it out today so that it's relevant. If not,
Tomorrow.
we'll see what happens.
Next day.
Yeah, we said we were taking a week off, and we kind of did. That's good, at least. I don't know what I'm saying. My meds have not kicked in, so this should be fun.
We'll be all over the place.
We'll try to do this good so I don't have to edit, but it's not starting off well. So I think what we're going to talk about today is the Madeline Soto case out of Kissimmee, Florida. And I'm so proud of myself for getting that word right.
You did it.
I literally had been practicing this morning. We were like watching a little clip and I was like, Kissimmee. Kissimmee.
Kissimmee.
And my brain naturally wants to say Kissimmee. So I'm going to do my best, but I'm very proud of myself. A tone shift here. No laughing matter. It honestly, I feel like it's one of those situations where I'm just like, I'm pissed off.
Yeah.
And I have nonstop been watching as much content as I can about this case. I've been researching. I've made like spreadsheets. I transcribed the mom's entire interview. I get very obsessed with things very quickly. That's how I was with Hannah Gutierrez. And now, guilty verdict, arrested straight to jail. Do not pass go. They handcuffed
Do not
her.
collect your 200, bitch.
Yep, they handcuffed her and walked her straight into the jail. So we won't know for quite a while, like sentencing and things like that. So now this is my newest obsession, unfortunately. And as I said in the last episode, I don't like child crimes. Like I don't like talking about them. But one thing about me and other people on the spectrum is that we have a strong like pursuit for justice and we can't stop until it happens. So I'm just heartbroken by this case and disgusted, and these people need to be held accountable.
Yeah.
All weekend I've pretty much watched, there's a lot of creators out there like Tira, Pascal, Dolly, Nove who they do live call-ins. So they're hosting live and then people can call in and talk for
that's cool.
5 to 7 minutes. Yeah. And give their like perspective, experiences and theories. And it's been, I don't know, almost therapeutic in a way to kind of just like be listening in and like talking in the chat and just kind of digesting like how everyone feels, what they think. And I would say like the overall consensus is that everyone thinks the mom's like is sus.
Absolutely. That interview is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Why is she just like, just the whole time, just like, you good? You good, baby girl?
Mm-hmm.
Got something on your mind over there?
Dude, the more I watch it and the more I transcribed it, it doesn't add up. And I said this last week. We did the recap. I like told you like the current cases because you just were getting settled. And I was like, dude, there's no way this mom is not involved because her answers, just her behavior, mannerisms, everything. It's just like she has to have some knowledge. She has to be a part of it. She has to be something. And I have a couple theories and I want to know yours. I want to know like what you know, what you have questions about, like what's still like not adding up for you.
I think the major thing that's not adding up for me is, okay, well, first of all, that boyfriend's interview was fucking insane. Just dab my eyes. Just nothing there. Cool. Psycho.
Did he go like do his face with a tissue in the bathroom? Like, so he like looked all...
I don't know. And he had a little tissue ready. He was ready. He was ready for that. But I think the thing that gets me is the mom said that the boyfriend dropped her off at school half a mile away. They watched her get out and walk. Supposedly a camera was seen from some church or whatever that got her walking. That's the last time that the mom knows anything. And she then goes on in another interview. She says, we dropped her off. So now it's her and the boyfriend. Mm-hmm. So she keeps changing. The investigators are saying she was dead before. She was never dropped off. She was already dead.
In the car.
Yeah. And there's a camera footage of her in the car and they think she's dead in the footage. Just all that. Just little part in general is fucking crazy to me.
Yeah. The story. her tale of events.
Yes.
Yeah.
The timeline.
Yeah. On the surface level, right? It's already like, well, that's not adding up. So if we break that down, she was asleep in the car, allegedly, on the way to school. So they didn't really talk much. Her and the mom's boyfriend, Stephan Sterns, not that far of a drive. So it's odd that he like carried her to the car, then she's sleeping on the way to school, like that alone to start. It's weird that the mom said we, and then no, it was my partner, Stephan, right? Like, so those like on the surface, just sus. Then we find out the boyfriend doesn't live with them. He lives at his parents'. So why is he the one coming and like taking her to school?
Oh, I thought he lived with them. Oh,
Because they've been like on and off for 8 years.
that's crazy.
And I really wanted to know that timeline because as the affidavit states, like we know as of now, she has been getting essayed by him for the past 2 years. So in my head, I'm like, I wanted to know when they started dating, Jen and Stephan, because it could have just started happening off the rip. Like the evidence that we have, she's 11 when it starts. So, I mean, it's not like she was a teenager and like that's when it started. So it could have started
Way earlier,
which is just awful.
8 years. I mean, she was 13, so 5?
It's very possible.
That's crazy.
Yeah, disgusting, but possible. You know, it happens.
And we don't know.
We don't know. And then he tried to do the hard reset on his phone.
You accidentally factory reset your phone. First of all, how many settings you have to go through to even get to the factory reset?
I don't think I've ever done it.
And then you have to put in your password.
It wasn't a butt dial.
There's no butt dial. Oh, sat on it. Reset it. Oops.
There was, yeah, oopsies, did a reset. Never.
Never. No fucking way.
I don't keep my phone in my pocket, though. Do you? Like, are we still doing butt dials, I guess?
No, mine's usually in like a hoodie pocket. And if I don't have a hoodie, it's in my bag. I don't put it in my pocket.
But if, like, okay, iPhones, right? There's not a button. And you have to put your passcode or your face. So the butt dialing of it all.
Yeah. And Face ID now, too?
Yeah. So, I mean, the butt dial is because the buttons on the phone, you put it in your pocket and you sit on it, right? Like that's a butt dial, not swipe up, put in your passcode, unlock it with your face. Like, so I don't even know if butt dial is a thing
Go
anymore.
to your settings.
Factory reset, put in your fingerprint. Like, oh my God. That's the day of, right? Just off the rip, their story isn't adding up. The day before is where my suspicions are like through the roof. It's Maddie's birthday party. First off, the mom couldn't make it.
Your daughter's 13th? Your daughter's first teenage birthday? That's crazy.
I feel like any birthday. And it was at Jen, the mom, her mom's house, the grandma. So it's not like it was like his family throwing it for her and Jen didn't want to go, because I get that. But you're the one who planned the date. You couldn't put it around your schedule?
And you said she was a travel agent?
This is what I heard. She worked in like some sort of travel situation at Disney.
Okay.
It's not like she was the only Mickey Mouse in the park. Like,
Disney's very family friendly, you know? I feel like, hey, my daughter's birthday is today.
Yeah, or
Can I get off a little early?
Bring my daughter to the park. Like, they get free tickets when they work there. I mean, I don't know if that's what she wanted to do. But my point is that if you you work every single day, every hour? Weird, right?
Yeah.
So then she has Stephan go pick up Maddie from the birthday party. Or he was like already there and was going to take her back. Jen says Maddie gets home. They talk about her birthday. She's so excited and talks about her presents. I love you. Good night. So in my head, if Jen was there when they got home from the birthday party, why couldn't she have like gone to pick up Maddie or gone for the last hour or like been there at all? But you were there. I mean, how late is she getting home from a birthday party? They were doing the cake and the pictures and stuff when the sun was setting. So we'll say, 6 o'clock, whatever. time change happened, apparently. I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, that fucked me up.
I know. Someone called me yesterday. They're like, how are you doing with the time change? I'm like, what time change? And they're like, it changed the time. And I like looked at my oven. I was like, oh, now my clock's back to normal because I never changed it last time. So I was like, oh, I'm like, that's how it's going. Like, I don't know. Like, I guess it's good. So maybe it's 6 o'clock when they're doing the pictures, the birthday, the cake. So how much longer is that going to go for 13-year-olds when they have school the next morning?
Yeah.
Not that long.
Yeah.
Maybe 8, 9, maybe pushing it. I would say 7 or 8 as a parent.
Yeah.
That I'm not a parent. But like what my parents would have done if they even took me to the party.
Yeah.
Allegedly. So if Jen was off work by 7, 8, 9 o'clock, she couldn't just go over, see her fam, see her daughter, cut the cake. Sorry.
It's okay.
Orbs.
Elohim.
Dude, always. I think like we summon them and they're never going away. Why couldn't Jen go and visit? Why couldn't she just make the littlest of appearance at her freaking kid's house birthday?
Yeah, and like if you're not working night shifts, why are you working till 9 o'clock on a Sunday?
Right. And I don't know if Disney or that department is a 24-hour thing. That could happen. But if she was home when Maddie got home that night, as she claims, she wasn't working that late. And if she was awake and there when they walked through the door.
And she talked to her.
And
so
she
had to
talked
be
to her
before bedtime.
Yeah. So just zero effort.
Yeah.
And in her interview, I didn't like how she said, she was like, I couldn't make it. And some of the behavior panel people I've been watching that are breaking down this interview, they were saying that when it's like, you can't make it to like a work function, but the typical verbiage is, I couldn't be there for my daughter, like on her birthday. And she's like, I couldn't make it. And then she also talks in the interview about when Maddie walked across the street from the church, she never made it to the school.
How do you know that?
Yeah.
Because she never fucking walked.
Yeah. So
crazy.
That's the day before. And then the day of, you brought up a couple things. You brought up the church. You brought up the camera. And what I found out about that is Stephen dropped her off. Stephan.
Like a half mile away from the school.
Yeah, it was 0.4 miles away at the church, which is kind of far.
That's what I'm saying. Why would you make your 13-year-old kid walk a half mile?
Allegedly, she wanted to.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
I get being embarrassed at that age, maybe. But even I think, like, when I'm looking back at my childhood, my grandparents would take me to school because, like, my dad was working and I lived with them. I mean, yeah, it was weird getting dropped off by my grandparents, but I'm not going to walk a half mile. First of all, probably in Ohio in some shitty fucking weather. And I'm a kid. I'm going to walk half a mile at 7 in the morning in the dark.
Well, what I found interesting is that school starts at 9 for them.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that weird?
That is weird. I started at like 7 fucking 30.
Like 7:15 a.m.
I'm glad they are changing it now for the current generations. That's nice. Fuck us up, though.
Right?
Fuck the millennials.
And then, like, what does your parents do? Drop you off at 7 a.m. and then, like, they don't have to go to work till 9? So it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
That's why we're so fucked up, really, the school schedule.
It's the fuckers.
Okay, and here's another thing. Let's say half a mile, that walking as a young, small girl.
By yourself?
Yeah, she's, maybe like, I think she said 5'1", 5'2". She's short, right? How long does a walk take for half a mile? And you dropped her off at that time, she needed to be there by 9. They're saying 8:45. You drop her off a half mile away.
Gave her 15 minutes
to walk a half mile to the school
with her little book bag.
Not even to campus, through the campus to your class. No.
Yeah, weird.
No.
Weird.
Nope. There's footage, right, from the church. And
allegedly.
Yes. Now you're on to it. Allegedly, there's footage. And they asked Jen, they said, well, have you seen the footage? She said, well, no. She said, my sister was on site.
What?
And they showed her. So I heard it from my sister.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I didn't know that part.
Mm-hmm.
No. Okay, first of all, no cops are going to be detectives or whatever are going to be showing your sister footage before you.
And it sounds like it was the church members.
Oh, the church members? But that's illegal.
But
Isn't
if
that
they're
tampering?
searching for the girl, I get it. They're like knocking on doors. Have you seen this girl? We'll check the footage. I get it. Like that kind of makes sense to me. But why the fuck is the sister there?
That's weird.
Why is this bitch in her home with her creepy fucking dude doing Zoom calls?
Not even out looking for her daughter.
No.
And then they showed like pictures of the search party. Nowhere to be found. No boyfriend with his little fake ass fucking tears. No mom with her fucking just like, what the fuck is this shit?
It's so odd.
It's just so fucking weird, dude.
Yeah. On the search party note, she in the interview said, when the interview asked, like, are there search parties? Are you out searching? And she said, a lot of people have asked me to volunteer. It sounded to me like she was saying, like, for her to go and search, like, hey, can you come search? But I think that she meant, like, if those people can, like, volunteer somehow to help. And then she's like, my family is going all out. They have flyers everywhere. We personally looked at the trails behind the school and walked around. And Stephan says this. He says, I even went and searched with the police. Weird choice of words.
I went and searched with the police.
I even went and searched with the police. Like,
okay, buddy.
Okay, like,
do you know how many people go, like, killers and people who commit these crimes go to places where they've done them, or like memorials, or like fucking, or when they're doing like the media shit, they'll be in the crowd, like some psycho ass shit.
They love it.
Yeah, they love that shit. He wanted to feel like a fucking hero.
And then to flex, saying I even went with cop, like, because you're guilty, but you're flexing that you went with the fucking cops. Yeah. Psycho. Fucking psycho. Rot in fucking prison. Psycho.
Yes, absolutely. That's crazy. And like if I'm not a mom, but if I were, you best believe I'm out there.
You're a
24 fucking hours.
Well, if I was missing, if your dog was missing,
anything.
You don't have to be just a mom.
Yeah. Crazy.
I'd be in the trenches. This is what I said last week. And she's like, I'm just hanging by the phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. Psycho. So
do your Zoom calls.
Yeah.
You can't even go out in person. You can't even go out in person to talk about your daughter.
No, but her family's going all out were her words. This isn't a party. This isn't a rager. We're not having a, like, going all out. Not going to any length. Not going, like.
Yeah, her choice of words are very poor.
She doesn't say Madeline's name one time.
I think she says Maddie once. She goes, I hope Maddie's okay, and I hope she's safe. But even the one thing that I was just watching before we started, the one guy was like, she probably knew she was dead already at that interview.
Oh, she had to.
She had to.
Hear this out. There's camera footage of Stephan getting rid of Maddie's backpack, laptop, and other like school things in the dumpster Monday morning at 7:30 a.m. The mom's story is, I saw my daughter at 8 a.m. getting dressed for school. She was wearing this hoodie, these shorts, white Crocs, and a JanSport backpack with hibiscus flowers on it. Very specific. I don't remember the first two, but how is she wearing that backpack if we got Stephan throwing it out at 7:30 a.m.? And then when they found her, she wasn't even wearing those clothes.
That's fucking crazy. So the mom didn't see her, or did see her already dead.
Or this was all rehearsed
because
she gave them the wrong description, or they changed her clothes before they disposed of her. But it's not the backpack part. And the way that she says it in the interview, because she's very like, yeah, I don't know what to say.
I don't know where she is. I hope she's safe.
But then they ask her about the clothes, and she's like, she was wearing a black thing and a white thing and these Crocs, like.
But then wasn't found wearing that. And then there was no clothes in the dumpster.
No, and
it was just her stuff.
But the backpack.
And her laptop.
And why was she so specific about the backpack? To the not flower, hibiscus flower in the color gray. But that shit was in the dumpster. What are you talking about? You
Was
never
that actually what the backpack looked like? Was the hibiscus and stuff?
I'm not sure. I don't know. That's what the mom said. But we know Maddie's backpack and her laptop were in the trash
Yeah.
at 7:30. So the mom saying I saw her at 8 in the backpack. No, you didn't.
You didn't see shit. That's disgusting. And the fact that he was driving around her dead body?
Yeah, just propped up.
Just propped up?
And then to specifically say in the interview, oh, well, we didn't talk about much on the drive there. She was sleeping most of the time.
She was sleeping. I carried her from the house. She was sleeping.
She's 13, dog. She didn't even want you to drop her off at school. She don't want you to carry her. She can walk to the
That's
car.
what I'm saying.
She's
Like
she's not 2 years old.
Carrying a 13-year-old sleeping to go to school? No.
With her backpack on?
No.
Just a little snooze. I mean, I've probably done it. I remember this one time I was like having really bad allergies. I think I was in like high school and I took Benadryl. I told my mom, she was like, yeah, go for it. And I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to sit here, backpack and all, little floor nap. And she like let me stay home for like half the day because I was literally fucking asleep.
Little Benadryl coma.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Their story's sus as all hell. We got the abuse. We got the birthday party. We got the church situation. We got the mom's statements of the last time I saw her. There's some more nitty gritty details that I do want to address. Stephan Sterns has been arrested at this time. What time is it even? Like 1 o'clock?
Right now?
Yeah.
12:42.
Oh, the time change. I just don't know anything.
Yeah, we're close.
We're close. So 12:42 on Monday, the 9th of
11th?
I have no idea.
11th.
The 11th of March. I haven't checked any updates. You said you checked some.
Yeah, there
but
wasn't
there
anything
wasn't
new.
anything new. Okay, so at this time, we're gonna assume that there has still not been any murder charges brought to Stephan Sterns, but they do have him in custody for the SA stuff that they found on the phone.
Yes. And they are waiting for a cause of death, too. I think that's essentially what they're waiting for, to nail his ass.
Yep. And hers, I think.
I hope so.
I saw a picture yesterday that there is evidence tape on her car, which is now parked at her sister's, meaning they tape the doors so that they know if someone's opened it. So they are investigating that. But the fact that she has custody of the car, I'm thinking maybe it was cleared. Around the same time, there was a huge bust, a pedophile ring bust in Florida with like 250 people arrested. There's a man named, they call him Santa. He looks like Santa.
That's
Him and his son are in cahoots with.
it's a nepotism pedophile ring? That's so nice.
I don't know if they're wealthy, but
What
I mean,
the
if this
fuck?
isn't Jeffrey Epstein,
I'm going to pass my pedophilia down.
they're just
onto you.
in cahoots
What
together.
the fuck?
They get busted. The police go to raid the house. The son had offed himself, and they have the dad, Santa, in custody. It's not far away from this other case with Madeline Soto. So a lot of people are saying maybe there's some type of connection there. And maybe because this bust happened, they decided to end Maddie to try to cover up. But it's just too close for comfort. It could be not related.
Or the boyfriend might be part of it somehow.
Yes. And I've been listening to those shows where people call in live. There was a crazy man on T-Rev's call-in show, and he was jabbering away, and they're getting in arguments, and he's basically saying, like, I don't think it's wrong for people to, like, have relationships with kids. And everyone's like, oh, F you, like, hanging up on him, whatever, right? But now that we go back and listen to it, he said the very last thing that man said before they hung up on him was, me and Stephan Sterns are in a effing ring together. How about that?
Bro. Honestly, though, like, with how much, I wouldn't be surprised. There's some crazy shit that happens, and there's a lot of stuff that we don't fucking know about, and there's a lot of stuff that happens with kids, and you know what? Florida is very big on human trafficking.
Yeah.
Because it's right on the ocean.
Yeah.
So big there.
Yep. We don't know the connection there, but a lot of people are trying to put those pieces together. people have found his Reddit account.
Oh no, not the Reddit. Oh no, 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 no,
You
not
know,
the Reddit.
when I'm investigating something,
oh my God.
I am going to Reddit. I'm going to Pinterest because those two things tell so much about a person. Caitlin Braun, the Canadian woman who faked the doulas out.
Yes.
I found her Pinterest.
That's fucking crazy.
Baby names, gender reveals, hundreds. Baby inspo. My girl is not pregnant. Right.
Crazy.
And I'm not saying that, like, if I found Stephan Sterns' Pinterest, there's going to be, like, CP and shit, obviously. But once you know the bigger picture, you can kind of see, like, whoa. Why would he have 13-year-old girls' prom dresses or something, right? There's just always a clue. There's always a tell and always a clue in anything that's associated with these people. If it's their social media, if it's Reddit
Search
account,
history, yeah.
their email address, name, their username, there's always a clue. And I love me a mystery. I love nothing more than digging and digging and digging and finding things out about a person. It's one of my favorite pastimes.
Don't fuck with Danny.
No, seriously.
She'll come for you.
I'll know your mom's cousin's brother's name in a heartbeat.
I mean, when my neighbor was fucking with me, this bitch found where he worked. His parents, like, yeah, don't fuck. Don't fuck around.
His country of origin. Like, what else do we need to know?
Nothing.
Allegedly.
Oh, this is all allegedly.
Allegedly. So the Reddit account. I'm not the one who found this.
I was gonna say, especially Reddit though.
Yeah.
Because people hide very anonymously on Reddit.
But our smart friend Stephan uses the same username on multiple things.
Oh boy.
So our lovely internet sleuths who we love, who I am a part of, those are my people.
We love you.
They found it. They got it. There's info. He's talking to people about how to get away with crimes. He's talking to people who are saying, I'm 13 and I'm pregnant. What do I do?
Oh, no,
He's just out there giving advice, man. And it's all really coming into the bigger picture of my man's a criminal. My man is into kids. The whole bit. The whole bit. There's a theory out there that Madeline was pregnant. I don't believe it, though. There's pictures. I'll show you. I'll pull out my iPad right now. And I found other pictures that aren't really circulating around. And I don't know if I'm comfortable sharing them because why are we looking at the body of a 13-year-old?
Yeah.
Why do we need to expose this more than it already is? We know what she looks like. I don't believe putting more pictures out there does anything. We're not searching for her.
Yeah.
So, but I'm going to show you. And you tell me what you think. If you think that she looks pregnant.
And these were taken, I'm assuming,
on the
slightly
birthday.
before she went. Okay.
The day before. And she might have been missing that night, right? Like, we don't.
Yeah, who knows if the mom even saw her that night?
We don't know anything. Okay, so I'm showing you the pictures that were taken on Maddie's birthday. The one in the middle is the one that people are saying that she could have been pregnant. Also, I think they're putting the Reddit post about him talking to the girl who was 13 years old, who didn't know what to do and she was pregnant. I think they're putting those two things together to come up with this theory. But I want to know what you think.
What did he say on that post?
I can pull it up when you look at this.
I'm curious.
And then the other two pictures are the ones that I haven't really seen on YouTube or anything like that. But it kind of gives you another angle and another picture of this girl. And I don't feel comfortable looking at a 13-year-old's body, to say that some people don't even show. Some people and it's a 13-year-old. Yeah, but I think that it's a valid theory of
Absolutely.
and a motive
Absolutely.
of why Stephan would have done this.
Yeah.
So
amazing. So the middle one is what you're saying, she looks pregnant? People are thinking
people are thinking from that one, yeah.
No way. I don't think so. I think it's just the way she's standing.
I think it's the dress because it scrunches up there.
And also when you're 13, you have a little belly.
You do.
Got your little baby belly still.
Yeah, and your hormones are changing and you're getting taller or you're getting wider faster than you're getting taller. Like it's an awkward stage. You're
Yes.
maybe developing more as a woman. Maybe you're getting hips. Like your body is changing. I wore a bra in 8th grade.
Same.
Like
Got my boobies early.
Literally.
Early.
Yeah, same. I was like a full-on woman. Like at 13.
Yeah.
Like
I think I had D's by the time I was 14.
Right. Like insane. So, and I probably had a belly. I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't toned. I wasn't big, but you catch me in the dress, in the angle, I'm probably looking a little bit pregnant too. It's just, she's 13. What do you want to wear? Shapewear?
Yeah, what the fuck?
God. So that's one theory.
I mean, I guess that could be a theory. It could be him trying to cover up the sexual assault that had been going on that we know of for 2 years.
Right.
I mean, the affidavit that came out was truly disgusting.
Disturbing. Like just
disturbing. The fact that you're taking pictures and videos of you literally essaying this girl with you in them, that is so fucking crazy to me. That's shit that I can't wrap my head around it.
Talking about the trophies.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't enough for him to just do the act. He needed
that. Yeah.
So with that said, was he sending that material off for money with the whole Santa guy? And I wasn't even sure we were going to talk about this episode. This was just for like my mental well-being of like, I can't process this. Like I'm honestly just trying to put it together myself.
Honestly,
yeah.
It's hard to wrap your head around. And when you first told me, it was a little hard. And then all the fucking details.
Now we know
and
more.
It's just the detail. That's just the details of the essay.
Yeah, we know nothing.
We know nothing about the actual murder.
Nothing.
We don't really know anything that actually happened that morning. Because they're not going to release details until they arrest somebody. They do that on purpose.
They're plotting right now.
Oh, yeah.
They're building the case.
And they're looking into that fucking mom, too.
100%. And we know that for sure because the tape on the car.
The car. They got her I think they subpoenaed her cell phone and stuff, too.
God, I just have every time we say a word, I think of another thing that, like, it was just sus to me. How the mom in the interview was like, well, today she left her phone at home. And she does that often because she has ADHD. Haha. Like, just adding in so many details. Like, find my kid. This is what she's wearing. This is what she looks like. She doesn't have a phone on her. Why are you telling me a whole play-by-play from start to finish of, like, these stupid fucking details?
And it's tripping her up because she keeps changing it. And then she's going to look so fucking uncredible. She already does. She already looks crazy.
Uncredible?
Uncredible, is that a word?
I thought you said uncrustable. I was like,
she's going to look so uncrusty.
Literally.
She's
going to look crusty.
She's a crusty ass bitch.
She's going to look so unreliable.
Yeah, maybe incredible? What's the fucking
not
word?
Incredible.
No, not incredible.
Not incredible. Not
discredit? I don't fucking know. She's a liar.
She's got no
crazy.
fucking credit, dog.
Yes, no credit.
No clout, no credit.
No.
Absolutely not. They've also interviewed the grandmother, Jen's mom, who hosted the birthday. Yolanda Zambrano, Madeline's grandmother, emotionless as well in her interview. So looks like she's in her office. She says, this Wednesday when I talked to her, she said she can't do that. She's a little girl with so many fears. So much she doesn't sleep alone. I don't think she can leave or run away from home. And that's it, basically. So,
and none of this was ever concerning to anybody. The fact that she can't sleep alone? That she has so many fears?
Yeah.
Hello?
The mom's probably blaming it on the ADHD.
What the actual fuck?
Because why else would she throw that in there?
That's crazy.
That's like I go missing and you're like, she has ADHD.
She probably got lost somewhere.
She's so forgetful.
She forgot where she was and just disappeared. What the fuck? No. So does anyone in this family give a shit? Because it really doesn't fucking seem like it.
The mom didn't go to the funeral.
Are you what? Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
How? I mean, I get it. It's hard. You lost a child. Well, maybe not for her. She's a fucking psychopath. I'm thinking she's a normal person, but she's obviously fucking not.
I mean, there's been talk that like there's been threats against her. whatever, the media of it all. Like, I get it. But people who have spoken up are like, as a mother, there's no way in hell hello. There's no way in hell I'm missing my daughter's funeral.
You didn't go out looking for her. You're literally showing no emotion, not a single fucking tear.
Can't say her name.
Can't even say your daughter's name.
Didn't show a picture.
Nope, no picture. You couldn't have made it your Zoom background.
Wear a shirt, hold it up.
Have the flyer set up. Nothing. And then doesn't even go to the funeral.
Doesn't go to the birthday.
That's crazy.
Yeah, pretty fucked.
That's really fucking sad.
Pretty fucked.
This poor fucking girl.
I know. My heart's just broken. And then I started watching this new Netflix show last night. Well, whatever, it's not new, but it's about this girl who's like, she's dead and she's trying to figure out what happened to her. She's in high school and her name is Maddie. And I'm just like crying the whole time. And it's like, because I've been so invested in Maddie and we're trying to find out what happened to her. And then I'm watching this Netflix show and the girl's name is Maddie and she's trying to find out what happened to her. And it's just like, it's fucking sad, dude. And guess who the fucking person was?
That killed her? The boyfriend.
Her
the
mom.
Yeah.
How fucking weird is that? And it came out in 2023.
What is it called? Why does it sound so
familiar? It's called School Spirits. It was on Paramount Plus and now it's on Netflix.
I'll have to check it out. Is it good?
That's why I was up till 3:30. I watched 8 episodes. I couldn't stop, but I fell asleep for the last 20 minutes. Okay. So at this point, the mom is like the murderer. But I could be wrong. I need to finish it. But
I needed to watch it.
It's so good. I was obsessed. I've cried. I've laughed. I've watched 8 hours in a row. I don't do that.
No.
But I needed a break from like the
Real
actual
life.
true crime shit. Like I just couldn't do another YouTube video. I just needed a nice little Netflix. So yeah. I want to show you another thing. This is a poster that kids in the school or friends made for her to put on like the side of the road, the like memorial with the flowers and things like that. And I took a screen cap and I zoomed in.
I wasn't ready to say goodbye, but I was already long gone. While I was breathing, no one protected me. Now I'm dancing with angels. Oh my fucking God. All Florida mothers will make sure we make justice. All you kids speak up, don't be afraid, please. Wow. We can help if you're in Maddie's situation. That's fucking, dude, I just got chills. No. No. Hold on, give me a second. That's crazy. Wow. Kids are fucking writing that? That's so fucking crazy. We can help if you're in Maddie's situation. So did they know? Or do you think they're just making this flyer based off information? Well, because the information, the sexual stuff wasn't out though yet when they were looking for her. They didn't know about the sexual abuse.
Well, this is the memorial where they found her body.
Oh, okay.
So they know. At that time, the affidavit was out. But to me, it sounded like maybe the kids did know.
All kids speak up. These are children. These are fucking children writing this. The fact that they have to have their friend, I'm sure that's hard on other kids knowing that their friend had to go through this as well.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's hard on them.
Yeah. And I've seen some of the footage from the what do they call it? Not a seance, but when they're like with the candles. A vigil. A vigil, yeah. And it's just all kids, like this.
And none of her family? And none of the family?
My mom wasn't there. Stephan wasn't there. I don't know. When I watched it, that's how I first heard about the case, is I was watching that. So I don't know, maybe I wasn't seeing them, but
if she didn't go to the fucking funeral, why is she going to go to a vigil? Right.
And she's not boots on the ground. She's just waiting by the phone, waiting for Maddie to show up.
Zoom call.
Yeah. Like, the sign says, I wasn't ready to say goodbye, but I was already long gone. I was already long gone while I was breathing. No one protected me. Now I'm dancing with the angels. That's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
It's so heartbreaking.
From 13-year-old kids. Insane. Fucking sane.
I think once they release cause of death, I think we'll know.
I mean, I think we know
I mean, we know already. Let's be real.
I just want the mom to be, I just want to know the mom's involvement, because I'll end with this. I don't see any updates. My theory, and this is alleged, but this is what my gut has been telling me may have happened. The mom found out about the essay between Stephan and Maddie.
You don't think she knew?
Before?
Yeah. 2 years? And you saw how small that house was with 3 bedrooms, like what, 1,400 square feet with 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms?
Yeah, but I guess, okay, so they did identify that it was in both of the bedrooms, hers and...
Because they matched the pictures.
Yeah, they did that. So it would either be when Jen was at work or in his car. Maybe. I'm gonna give the...
You're going to say she didn't know.
I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say that she found out. She found out and she flipped out. Killed Maddie. And is blackmailing him to get rid of the body. And holding it over his head like, you're gonna fucking help me with this. This is your fault. And I'm gonna turn you in if not.
Damn.
That's my theory.
Damn. You think she did it? You really do?
Yeah. I feel like he loved her in a bad way, right? Or maybe she fought back. Maybe she threatened to tell. Because she said, when I'm 13, I'm going to go live in the woods. She wanted to escape that. So maybe he picked her up from that birthday party. Maybe she was like, fuck you. Maybe they got in a fight and he strangled her. Or maybe he was forcing her to do something. And then another idea popped in my head. Since he was at that birthday, at least for a little bit, and drove her home, maybe one of her friends who she has confided in said something to him. And then on the drive home, he realized he was busted. And so he did whatever he did.
So yeah, that's the other thing. I feel like we have to know cause of death and how long she was dead. I really think once we get those 2 things, it's just going to be, you're going to get what happened.
But so it was either after the birthday party, but Jen says she was home and talked to her. So Jen's involved from her own statement, or it happened before 7:30 a.m. when he was disposing of her laptop and backpack.
And supposedly the mom was home at that time though, right?
Yes. And she takes her mental health medication and she doesn't take it correctly. She takes it all at once instead of throughout the day so that it knocks her out to sleep. So
the mom?
Yeah. So that could be another, maybe she didn't know because she's blacked out. I don't know. But I do in my heart feel allegedly that the mom was involved, because why that day? This has been going on for 2 years. Why kill Maddie that day? And why the mom lies? The mom's consoling this man on camera when he was crying, dabbing tears. The mom's holding him, right? I'm sorry, if you're the last person seen with my child, I don't care who you are. What do you mean she's missing? What do you mean we dropped her off? No, you dropped her off. What do you mean?
Yeah, and the whole we thing too is kind of crazy.
So that's why I believe she's involved somehow, because if she knew before, if she didn't know, she's protecting him. She's consoling him. She's believing him. She's not questioning. She's not out searching. Oh, hello.
Hi, guest star.
Sir, do you have some comments about this?
Yes. Would you like to make a statement?
Okay.
Okay, cool.
That's great.
Thank you, Bruce. So much. I, in my brain, feel like there's absolutely no fucking way that she didn't know about any sort of abuse. If the grandma knew that she couldn't sleep alone, and the grandma knew that she had a lot of fear, there's no fucking way the mom didn't know.
Right.
You're in the same roof with your daughter. You're seeing that she's not sleeping. Like you have to be seeing this stuff. Unless you're a fucking shitty ass mother. You don't care. You care more about your relationship. And like the one person, like the behavioral person was saying, like a lot of these women don't want to lose these relationships, which blows my fucking mind. There's just no excuse. It's just like disgusting.
Putting him before her.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is I could almost see where someone stays or puts up with shit because they're the provider, they're the one making the money, and they don't have another option. But he didn't work. She was the provider.
That's the other crazy part to me.
And then they're breaking up. They're getting back together, breaking up. He's living at his parents', but you still call him to come and get
calls him her stepdad. And you're not even married. And then she calls him partner. She calls him his stepdad. She's so fucking all over the place. That's why I don't believe a word she fucking says.
No.
At all.
Me either.
And I really, truly don't believe that she had no idea what was going on. There's just, I don't know.
There's too many
signs. And if your daughter was acting like that.
Right. And like I said about Hannah Gutierrez Reed, nothing she said or did or the way she acted gave me any faith that she wasn't involved or wasn't guilty. Like everything is adding up to me, all these things collectively. If it's one slip up and you say we and then I, whatever. You're under stress on an interview with a big camera in your face, whatever. But it's the whole entire list.
Mm-hmm. The cameras, the seeing her getting dropped off, the supposedly watching her walk away from the car, seeing her in the morning. So which one is it? Did you just see her in the morning? Did you drop her off? Did you see her walking away? There's just too many fucking stories.
Yeah. And to my point, she's still believing Stephan that, okay, let's say she didn't know anything. That's her dude. He dropped her off at school and she's still just like consoling him. She's not like
he's in the background in the one video, like
just cracking knuckles,
drinking his old tea or whatever the fuck he's got in that coffee cup. Alcohol, maybe. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who the fuck knows?
I need to know.
I really do think I don't know. Like I said, I feel like there's just no way in my brain that I can wrap around my head around the fact that she had no fucking clue. That's your daughter. That's your fucking daughter.
Yeah. Also, if we flip it, that's your dude you've been with for 8 years. You're obsessed with him. Don't you know his behavior's a little fucking suspect? A woman's intuition? Unless you're completely oblivious to life. I know when my partner's in a bad mood, when my partner is lying, when my partner is doing anything. Because I know the motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Respectfully.
Respectfully, choose.
And they know the same about me. I say, I have a weird tone in my voice. They're like,
what's wrong?
What'd you do? Right? Like, obviously I'm being dramatic here. But the point, being devil's advocate, you should know your daughter first and how she's acting and behaving. Second, if you don't give a fuck about your daughter, you should consider that how your boyfriend's acting and behaving. Because there has to be something. You guys sleep in the same bed, you live in the same house, you tell me you've been blacked out for 8 years?
That's the thing. Maybe she just truly doesn't care. And she did not care what was happening to her daughter.
And she was willing to do that to have him stay. But then he wasn't really staying. He was at his parents'. So were they just selling this whole situation to the Santa guy or to another thing to make money? I know. There's just no answers. There's nothing.
So my theory on what happened, though, I feel like the mom knew. The mom knew about the abuse. She didn't care. That's my theory. She knows. There's, like I said, there's just absolutely no fucking way. Or at least had some sort of inclination that something was going on. Because, like, your 13-year-old daughter doesn't need to go to bed with somebody. Like, that's not fucking normal. I get it. We're scared sometimes. We watch a scary movie. We might need to sleep with someone. But to be truly scared to just sleep alone.
Enough where the grandma knows about it.
And enough that the grandma knows about it.
And brought it up.
The grandma didn't do anything about it either. That bitch is just as much as an equal piece of shit in my mind, too. You're saying all this about your granddaughter. Like, you're not hearing that come out of your mouth. And, like, there's no fucking concern.
And that's Jen's mom So maybe
It's not like she cares about fucking Stephen.
Yeah.
Or should.
Right. And so she should be, maybe she's protecting Jen. Maybe I know, because the moms do that. The moms of murderers look at Casey Anthony.
Look at Gabby Petito.
With Brian Laundrie. Exactly.
Brian Laundrie reached out to them.
So that's your theory.
I think
she was involved in that. She knew about the abuse and didn't care.
I think she knew about the abuse. I don't know if she was involved in the murder yet. I'm like going back and forth on that. I really do think it was the boyfriend. I really think something triggered him, or Maddie said something, or maybe even Jen said something, and he was like, "Fuck this, bye." You know, like I don't know. I really feel like he did the act, but she still knew, and she's covering for him. Unfortunately, I don't think she had the hand in the murder.
Yeah,
but she knows.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess kind of she does have a hand in the murder, but I don't think she physically killed her.
Yeah. Let me hit you with a plot twist. The angles on the camera of the abuse, people are saying that
someone else filmed it. The fuck up.
So, if that's the case and the mom's involved, they could have been doing something and accidentally, or the mom could have gotten jealous or whatever. There's many theories. Allegedly, this is all alleged and speculation based on what we know. There's just so many layers. And thank you so much for joining us on another episode of It's Giving Sus. If you haven't subscribed, liked, or commented yet, what are you doing?
Do it.
Like, come on, it's free. And we appreciate the support.
The chickens love it.
The chickens love it. We're here. We're just two stupid chickens.
Just walking around.
I know. It's offensive to chickens, honestly. But thank you so much for listening to another episode with us and wasting your time. Maybe you learned something. Maybe you didn't. But those are our theories, and I'm sticking to them. More to be revealed.
I want to hear theories. Comment your theories.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I want to hear what people think.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There's so many different what ifs.
Mm-hmm.
Until next time.
Stay curious
and stay skeptical.